Hey guys, just wanted to give you a quick demonstration of how our screens work. As you can see, as soon as you apply power to them, they come right on. It's a very quick boot up time, so there's no worries about having to wait while the screen starts up. But what I'm doing right now is scrolling through a lot of the standard screens that we have installed, the different designs that come default on every screen that's ordered from us. So there's about 20 different designs on here right now that have a range of different options, and they can all, of course, be customized to your needs. So what I really want to do today, though, is show you the menu and how to access some of the different features of the screens and show you some of the navigation. So if you touch up in the upper left-hand corner, it's going to take you to a menu screen. Here you can adjust the brightness. If you have one of our extra bright screens, then if you turn the brightness up when it's on 10, it's going to activate the higher brightness setting. So the sensor input and diagnosis menus are not something that you're going to use much. They're more for diagnosing if you're having communication issues with OBD or CAN bus. But the main thing to look at is the setup menu here. So here we have a variety of different menus that you can use to customize your screen. On the terminal setup, you can adjust the terminal assignments. So if you needed to change sensors or adjust the sensor settings for your setup, you could do that on this screen. The screen setup allows you to change your home screen. So that's what your screen will boot to as soon as it starts up. So you can select any of our preset screens. You can adjust the hour if you have a clock on your setup, if there's daylight savings time or something like that. And then the tack adjust allows you to adjust the tachometer settings. So your tachometer reading is divided by this tack adjust number. So if your tack is reading 2 times too high, you would just adjust this number to 2. And that would divide it by 2 and cut your tack reading in half. So that's for differing numbers of cylinders for different engines. Okay, back to the menu. The relay setup allows you to control your relays. So if you've got relays in your setup and you want them to be automatically triggered, say by coolant temperature, you could set them, for instance, now if I save this, it would have relay 1 automatically come on when the coolant temperature reaches over 200 degrees. And back to fuel setup. Here you can change the ohm readings for your fuel sender. So you could adjust the fuel level setup based on the tank that you have. For your thresholds, this changes. There's a lot of numbers on the screens and some gauges that will turn red when they reach a certain threshold. They act as kind of like a warning light. So this allows you to adjust that. So in this example, say for instance you wanted your coolant temp number to turn red anytime it went over 180, you would set it up just like that. Back to the menu. The accelerometer setup is for vehicle roll and tilt. So if you've got an accelerometer installed on your system, you can adjust the settings so that the way that you install the box, it will read correctly. So if you have to turn the box at a different angle or put it in a different place in your vehicle, you can adjust it so that the roll and tilt readings are correct. So back to our gauges. If you hit in the upper right hand corner, this takes you to your relay screen. This is how you would turn relays on and off. Now if you have them set up to automatically come on and off, you don't have manual control anymore. It's automatic, but you can always change it back to manual if you choose. So here we've got a race screen. This is basically, it tracks you, gives you a 0 to 60 quarter mile and eighth mile time. So it automatically resets when it senses that the vehicle isn't moving. So right now we don't have a very good GPS connection, which is why our miles per hour is moving around just a little bit. If you go to the track screen here, you can do lap timing. So this will basically allow you can scroll through different tracks that are preset onto your system. If you need tracks added, you can just reach out to us. But if you select that first custom option, you can set a custom start and stop line. So I just passed it, but doing that and then hitting set start would set the start stop line at your current location so that anytime you pass by that, it would start a new lap. And then back to our screens. There's a few fuel options that you have. Obviously, the fuel percent and the gallons used, that would need to be calibrated on the fuel screen. But this allows you to get kind of a general idea of your fuel consumption. If you've got everything programmed in correctly, it will work on calculating a lot of those readings for you. You can get an idea of how fuel efficient your vehicle is. So these are our standard screens. Again, if you have any questions, if you want a custom setup, that's absolutely doable. We customize these screens all the time so that people can have only the readings that they need on their screen, or they can get totally custom designs done. So if you have any questions, reach out to us, info@theonegauge.com. Thanks.